Ooh, yes, sir. Wait. I'm just checking because somebody can stop me from my back right now. Why? Because I was just watching everything that went on today on Russia, right? With the Wagner Group, the mercenaries, and everything, and they were trying to stop Russia from the back from its own allies. Were about to go to Moscow because they wanted Putin to resign. And if you don't know nothing about this, it's better that you go online and search for it because it was extremely interesting. And now I just read that they decided to pull back, and I don't know if it was all staged or if it is propaganda. I don't care. There is a valuable lesson in here for us. And of course, we're going to be talking about this, discussing about this with the same whiskey that I drank yesterday, which is the Bosch Mills. I know that yesterday is weird because yesterday I was like, what do you think this is? Apple juice, apple juice. And today, guess what? We're gonna be using some Italian apple juice. This is 100% Italian apple juice. And we're going to be using that to make our apple bush. Normally it's called apple jack, but I don't have Jack Daniels, so I would just call it apple juice because I'm using the Bosch milk, right? So there's a valuable lesson to learn, man, and I'm worried. Like, I think that I will be walking in the streets with a camera pointing on my back so that I can see what's going on behind me because I will be afraid of people that I know stabbing me from the back. And this is what I emphasize so much in my channel, that you need to be careful with who you surround with. You need to be careful with who are your friends. You need to be careful with everybody that you have around you. You need to test them. You need to make sure that they are real people, because everybody is going to be playing fun games. Everybody is going to be treating you well when you're at the same level that they are. But you have to remember, we live in a materialistic world. Cheers, my brothers, by the way, cheers. We live in a materialistic world. So before, let's say that we travel back in time, 500 years, 600 years. Why was it easy for, in those times, it was not easier, but real friends were more available because of two facts. The first one is that there were not as many material possessions to have as the ones that we have today. So the value of money and all this stuff, it wasn't as much as today, right? You, in those times, you care about your food, about having something to wear. It's not that you could aspire to become the pharaoh of the country or of Egypt. You could not aspire to become the king of England. It's not. You could not have those kind of aspirations, right? You will live your normal life. You will have your cows, your chickens and stuff, and that's it. Life was simple. So now we have so many material possessions that money has more value because you can buy more things. You can do more things with money that you were not able to do before. And then the second reason is that in the old times, it was extremely important for you to be united with a group for your own survival. So if you were alone, it was hard to survive, it was rough. So you needed to be a true person, you needed to be a person of truth, a really pure heart person, because in that way you will attract the same and you will make a good friend groups. I don't know what I'm struggling today to talk so much, but you will make good friend groups, and in that case you will be able to go longer in life and go safer for you and for your family, because of course there was no TV, there was no camera, there was no phone. So if something happened, the people that were going to help you were your friends, your neighbors. Those are the ones that were going to help you. You could not grab the phone and call the police. That's not how it works in those times. So you needed to have good friends, and it was harder for the friends to betray you because there were not as many material possessions. So what they could do with the money wasn't as much as they could do today. So you need to be extremely careful of the people that you have around you. You need to test your friends. I know I don't want to say family, but sadly I have to say it. Family, because the families in today's society are not the same as back then, man. And you can see this with the LGBTQ stuff and all the things that they were trying to do to children and all this stuff that they are trying to teach children. And that when you see that parents don't stand up against all this stuff, then you realize that the family unit is weak right now. Parents feel that they have no power, so they just let their kids be taught whatever school decide is good for them, and that's not a good thing. So the family values are not the same as before, so we cannot depend in our own family. We have to make sure that our family is strong, that our family is solid. We have to work in those connections with our own family, because just having the same blood is not the same as before. So in today's society, we have to be extremely careful of who we have around. That's why I decided to walk my path alone. Everybody has criticized me. My colleagues at work have criticized me. Why don't you come out more often with us, etc., etc. My old friends, which I don't speak to anymore here in Italy, they criticize me. No, you should chill down. It's fine that you have your identities and everything, but you should take some time for us. My family here in Italy, which I sadly don't speak to anymore, criticize me because of my goals and everything. And let me tell you something, there's no better decision that I have taken than to walk this path alone. Because having envious people, jealous people surrounding you, they are going to wait for the right moment to stab you in the back. And you will need to walk just looking behind you to make sure that everything is fine. And I don't think that's a good way to live. I just don't think that that's a good way to live. I don't want to live my life that way. If I ever have friends, if I ever have people surrounding me, family, then it will be proven 100%. I will have no doubt in my mind that they are going to betray me. I will make sure that those are the right people to have are surrounding me. And how do you make sure about that? You make sure because you know what type of person you are. They need to share your own values. They need to share objectives, dreams. They need to share things with you. Of course, not the same one, but they need to share the same type of energy. That's what I'm trying to say. That they are also trying to improve their life, because if you are the only one improving your life and they don't want to improve your life, they are going to drag you down eventually, or they are going to sell you. So remember, there's a lot to learn in all these things that you see that are going on in the world right now. There's always something to learn that you can apply in your life. And today we learned that you cannot even trust people living in your own household. So make sure that you understand which are the person that you have surrounding you, and that you are sure that they are not going to stab you in the back when you're least expecting. My brothers, I wish you the best. I wish that you can find people that are like-minded individuals, because in today's world that's hard to do. So as I usually say, my brothers, cheers. Whew, it's so good. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.